What's up, humans, and welcome to a new Psicoactivo. Happy Wednesday, everybody. Okay, so we got some breaking news of the day. There is a new whistleblower that didn't exactly speak about UFOs, but he was the person who is supposed to investigate UFOs from the Office of the Director of National Intelligence, ODNI. His name is James Erdman. He today delivered testimony under oath of many different things.
I am a career CIA operations officer, and as you mentioned, I was on joint duty assignment at the Office of Director National Intelligence Directors Initiatives Group, or the DIG, between March 2025 and April 2026. I was responsible for leading the DIG's investigation into COVID origins, anomalous health incidents, and unidentified anomalous phenomena. I'm here today to discuss the COVID cover-up, the national security implications associated with the DIG's investigative findings, and CIA refusal to comply with lawful oversight, as well as how we remedy these problems. The CIA illegally monitored the computer and phone usage of DIG personnel, their investigations, and contact with whistleblowers. These were Americans being spied upon illegally while executing duties directed by the President and under the authority of the Director of National Intelligence. You must be willing to pull the purse strings and, if necessary, convene another church committee. The results of our investigation would have been impossible without whistleblowers willing to come forward. They are indispensable agents for reform.
He talked about the pandemic and wrongdoings that he's reporting about the pandemic, which is the larger part of this statement and this declaration. But he also discussed something very important, I think, about the MK Ultra program and about the JFK files. Because when it was mandated by the president to release the files, he is reporting that the CIA took 40 boxes of documents of the JFK and MK Ultra files. And I don't know if UFOs too, because that is definitely possible. But they took them and they hid them from Tulsi Gabbard, the Director of National Intelligence. And that is a crime. And this guy came forward to speak up. He spoke about this, and he also spoke about whistleblowers and the impact that they have and how very little protected they are, because we've been talking about this. We've been hearing Dylan Borland talking about how he's been treated. We've seen how Matthew Brown has been blacklisted. We've seen how they treat everybody who decides to come forward and speak up. Matthew Sullivan is no longer with us. The other guy from the DOE that I showed you on the previous live stream is no longer with us either. And there are others who have passed away because they're trying to get to the truth and put it out in the public. And there is this dark arm that encompasses everything. It's not just UFOs, it's JFK, it's MK Ultra, it's the pandemic, and many more things that governments have been hiding from the people. And now that there's an attempt to put that out there, I think that this testimony directly against the CIA and the reaction from the CIA are very, very telling. And I think that we should look at them. So let's hear this gentleman first, because I think that we should. And I think this is a very important report from him. So here it is. Mr. James Erdman III.
When the DIG ceased operations, the CIA also took back 40 boxes of JFK files and MK Ultra files being processed for declassification by DNI Gabbard. The legislative and executive branches will continue to be misinformed if this type of behavior is not addressed. The partial solution to dangerous gain of function has already been laid out in Executive Order 14292, improving the safety and security of biological research. We need a comprehensive review of government-funded life science research and a move back to pre-9/11 definitions of gain of function and WMD research. particularly in the IC and DHS. More broadly, we need effective oversight. We must hold agencies responsible for failure to comply with Executive Order 14292, and oversight must have teeth. You must be willing to pull the purse strings, and if necessary, convene another church committee. The results of our investigation would have been impossible without whistleblowers willing to come forward. They are indispensable agents for reform. Despite statutory law, agency regulation, and training requirements, whistleblowers are almost never protected. Whistleblower protections always seem to protect the agency. Every time the CIA investigates itself, they coincidentally find no wrongdoing. When they do identify issues, they hold the system responsible. That last statement is a verbatim response from a Europe and Eurasia Mission Center lawyer when the CIA Office of Inspector General did identify shortcomings so serious, oversight bodies were holding meetings about it 3 years after the events transpired. It was in response to the question, was anyone held accountable? Apparently the system is good enough. The only way we solve this issue is with real accountability for failure to comply with executive and legislative branch oversight and an escape valve where whistleblowers can continue to contribute to mission free from retaliation. All IG elements need to be removed from the agencies and fall under a separate entity controlled by the IC Inspector General.
This guy at the beginning of this deposition or statement, he said that he was also in charge of the UFO files. He did not mention UFO files or the details of what he uncovered here. And I do not know if what he uncovered that the CIA took contained any UFO files in there. I am not aware of that. But this is a very interesting development because the reaction from this has been pretty significant. For starters, Congresswoman Luna called for an emergency press conference, I think today, later today, where she's going to talk about this. And this is the reaction from her directly, because I think you guys should check that out. This is Congresswoman Luna. The first tweet is the CIA has 24 hours to return the documents to Tulsi Gabbard's office, or else I will make a motion to issue a subpoena. These documents have been requested by Congress. We'll be following up on this, CIA. And then she says, preserve the documents and deliver them to Gabbard immediately, or we will hold you in contempt of Congress. So the gloves are off against the CIA. Pretty significant development, I would say. I don't know what you guys think about this one, but...
You also have some news coming out of the CIA that you'd like to share.
Yeah, so we were actually just notified that the CIA went in and took documents out of ODNI, multiple boxes pertaining to the JFK files as well as MKUltra. The reason why this is troubling is A, there was an executive order that the president had directed the full declassification of JFK, but then also to the MKUltra files. The CIA famously has said that, you know, all documents were released and other documents had been destroyed. So these are allegedly those documents that apparently never existed, and so very troubling. I did just talk to Chairman Comer, and we are sending in the next hour or so a preservation of documents request to the CIA. I have calls into the White House to the director of the CIA himself, and so obviously as this develops, we'll keep everyone up to date, but strange times we're living in.
But this is very concerning, because if they're doing this with the MKUltra and JFK files, nothing can stop them from the UFO files to be hidden like this, and maybe even some of them destroyed, because there's a lot of physical files that can definitely be destroyed and leave no trace. And that is very concerning. But We'll be waiting on the press conference from Congresswoman Luna, and if we get something, we're gonna show you a video of it on this video. But for now, let me know what you guys think about this latest development. What do you guys think about this CIA whistleblower, James Erdman III, talking about how the CIA took 40 boxes of the JFK and MK Ultra files and they hid them from Tulsi Gabbard purposely. And the reaction from the CIA has been that they were blindsided, that they were, you know, that's a little taste of your own medicine, I think, because you've been blindsiding people for decades. You've been creating proxy wars in South American countries, creating guerrillas. You've been doing a lot of really destabilizing shit all around the world. So how's that feel for a change? So let's see how this progresses. It's going to get good. It's going to get interesting. We know that the MK Ultra hearing was postponed. Now we know why this happened. So let's wait and see what happens and see who caves first, because somebody will. Before I leave, I'm going to present you with Psicoactivo's second ever sponsor, a really cool idea by the name of Look Up, an app from my friend Nick. Thank you to Look Up for sponsoring this video. And please don't forget to look up. Our first month is now in the books, and it's been awesome. The response has been fantastic and better than we hoped. We want to thank every person who has signed up and joined the Look Up community. Your feedback has helped us see what was working and what needed fixing. And we've already shipped some of those updates. This week, we just rolled out a redesigned AI verification check, which lets observers see the AI analysis behind every video. We also bumped the max video size up to 2 gigabytes. Longer clips, no problem. Our biggest change has been to our subscription tiers. Many features have been moved to Observer. Our free tier, such as sighting details, AI verification, weather and spatial context, the full map, is now free for everyone. Pretty much everything you need to participate is included in the free Observer experience. If what we're building resonates with you, please consider becoming a supporter for $1.99 a month. This also includes additional research tools, including our web research dashboard. It's also the best way to back the project and show your support. We are excited to keep the momentum going and continue building a community of observers and experiencers who can share and collaborate for the benefit of all. As always, we truly appreciate feedback, the good and the bad. We love to hear your ideas too. Just send them through the in-app feedback button. Look Up is the citizen science app for observers and experiencers of unidentified aerial phenomena. Report what you see in the sky with GPS, compass heading, altitude, and sensor data. Then watch your sighting cross-checked against weather, satellites, and nearby aircraft. Browse a global map of what others have witnessed. Connect with witnesses in your area and contribute to a growing community of like-minded people. Look Up is brought to you by an independent team with transparency as a central goal. The data should be available to all. For anyone thinking about testing out the app, search for Look Up UAP on the Google Play Store or on the Apple Store. Your first month of supporter tier is free just for signing up. Thank you to Look Up for sponsoring this video. That's it for me today on this video, but I'll see you guys in the next one. Remember, stay curious and inquisitive like CIA whistleblower James Erdman III. Always. Bye.